Welcome to Garden Bound. Today we're uncovering the hidden dangers lurking in your garden. Could your garden be harming your health? Let's find out. In this video, we'll explore common garden hazards, their effects on your health, and how to protect yourself. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. Chemical pesticides and herbicides are commonly used in home gardens to control pests and unwanted plants. However, their prevalence raises significant health concerns. Many widely used chemicals, such as glyphosate found in products like Roundup, have been linked to severe health issues, including an increased risk of cancer, particularly non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Studies have shown that individuals exposed to glyphosate have a 41% higher risk of developing this type of cancer. Organophosphates, another common class of pesticides, have been linked to neurological problems, including developmental delays and cognitive impairments in children. For instance, chlorpyrifos, an organophosphate, has been associated with lower IQ and attention deficit disorders in children exposed prenatally. Neonicotinoids, widely used in agriculture, are known to negatively impact pollinators like bees, contributing to colony collapse disorder and significant declines in bee populations. A study by the European Food Safety Authority found that neonicotinoids pose a high risk to bees, affecting their ability to forage, navigate, and reproduce. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has highlighted that exposure to these chemicals, even at low levels, can result in adverse health effects. Specific chemicals like 2,4-D, commonly used in weed killers, have also been implicated in endocrine disruption and reproductive health issues. Research indicates that 2,4-D exposure can lead to hormonal imbalances and has been linked to birth defects and reduced fertility. Given these risks, gardeners should consider safer alternatives to protect their well-being and the environment. Options include using natural pesticides like neem oil and insecticidal soaps, implementing integrated pest management, IPM practices, and encouraging beneficial insects that prey on pests. Additionally, organic mulches and crop rotation can help manage weeds and improve soil health without the use of harmful chemicals. By adopting these safer practices, gardeners can reduce their exposure to toxic substances and contribute to a healthier ecosystem. Pressure-treated wood, often used in garden beds for its durability and resistance to rot, can leach harmful chemicals into the soil. This wood is typically treated with chromated copper arsenate, CCA, which contains arsenic, a known carcinogen. Long-term exposure to arsenic can lead to health issues such as skin lesions, developmental effects, cardiovascular disease, neurotoxicity, and an increased risk of lung, bladder, and skin cancers. Additionally, pressure-treated wood can release other hazardous chemicals like chromium and copper. To mitigate these risks, consider using untreated cedar and redwood, which are naturally resistant to decay and pests, or composite materials made from recycled plastic and wood fibers, which do not leach harmful substances into the soil. Soil contaminants, including industrial pollution and contaminated compost, can introduce heavy metals and other toxins into garden soil. Industrial activities such as mining, smelting, and manufacturing can release heavy metals like lead, cadmium, and arsenic into the environment. Compost made from contaminated organic waste can also introduce harmful substances into the garden. Exposure to heavy metals in contaminated soil can have severe health implications. Lead can cause cognitive deficits and developmental delays in children, while cadmium is associated with kidney damage, bone fractures, respiratory issues, and cancer. Arsenic, a well-documented carcinogen, can cause skin lesions, cardiovascular diseases, and various types of cancers. To mitigate these risks, test your soil for contaminants, particularly if gardening in urban areas or near former industrial sites. Soil testing kits are available, or you can send samples to professional labs for analysis. Using raised beds with clean soil and incorporating organic matter, such as compost, can help reduce the concentration of heavy metals in garden soil. Organic gardening emphasizes the use of natural methods to grow plants, avoiding synthetic pesticides and herbicides. This approach benefits the environment by reducing chemical runoff and preserving biodiversity, while also enhancing soil health through the use of compost and organic matter. Natural pesticides like neem oil and insecticidal soap and organic herbicides like vinegar and corn gluten meal offer effective pest and weed control without the adverse effects associated with conventional chemicals. A primary health benefit of organic gardening is the reduction of exposure to harmful chemicals. Studies have shown that children exposed to organic produce have significantly lower levels of pesticide metabolites in their urine compared to those consuming conventionally grown produce. Practical tips for organic gardening include enriching the soil with organic compost to enhance soil structure, water retention, and nutrient content. Compost made from decomposed organic matter improves soil aeration and drainage while providing a balanced supply of essential nutrients. Crop rotation and companion planting can naturally manage pests and improve soil fertility. For example, planting marigolds alongside vegetables helps deter harmful insects such as nematodes and aphids. Rotating crops yearly prevents soil depletion and reduces the risk of disease buildup, particularly for crops like tomatoes and potatoes. Using organic mulch, such as straw, wood chips, or shredded leaves, suppresses weeds by blocking sunlight, retains soil moisture by reducing evaporation, and adds organic matter as it decomposes, which further enriches the soil. Introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs, which consume aphids, and predatory beetles, which target pest larvae, helps control pest populations without chemicals. Ladybugs can consume up to 5,000 aphids in their lifetime, making them a powerful ally in pest management. Selecting disease-resistant plant varieties and using proper spacing promotes air circulation and reduces the incidence of plant diseases. Proper spacing helps prevent fungal infections by ensuring the leaves dry quickly after rain or watering. For example, varieties of tomatoes resistant to blight and mildew can significantly reduce crop loss. Additionally, using organic fertilizers such as compost tea and seaweed extracts provides essential nutrients and promotes plant health without resorting to chemical fertilizers. Compost tea, a liquid extract of compost, provides a rich source of nutrients and beneficial microorganisms that enhance soil health and plant growth. Seaweed extracts contain trace minerals, amino acids, and plant growth hormones that stimulate root development and improve plant resilience to stress. By integrating these organic practices, gardeners can create a sustainable, healthy, and productive gardening environment. Taking protective measures while gardening is essential to safeguard your health from potential hazards. Wear appropriate gear, including gloves, masks, N95 or higher, and long-sleeved clothing. Gloves protect your hands from direct contact with the soil, chemicals, and plants that might cause irritation or allergic reactions, while masks reduce the risk of inhaling harmful particles such as pesticide residues, mold spores, and dust. Long-sleeved clothing minimizes skin exposure, reducing the risk of cuts, insect bites, and contact with irritants. Adopt health-conscious practices such as washing your hands thoroughly with soap and water for at least 20 seconds after gardening. This helps remove residues of pesticides, herbicides, or soil-borne pathogens that might be on your skin. Changing clothes immediately after gardening prevents the spread of contaminants to your living spaces and reduces the risk of prolonged exposure. Gardening in well-ventilated areas or outdoors further reduces the risk of inhaling harmful fumes from chemicals, which can cause respiratory issues. Follow the manufacturer's instructions when applying pesticides or herbicides. Use the recommended protective equipment and adhere to specified application rates to minimize exposure. Avoid applying these chemicals on windy days to prevent drift and accidental inhalation or contact with skin. If possible, opt for organic or natural alternatives to reduce the overall risk. In addition to personal protective equipment, keeping your gardening tools clean and well-maintained prevents the buildup of harmful residues. Regularly disinfecting tools and storing them properly ensures they remain safe to use and free from potential contaminants. Proper storage of chemicals in sealed, labeled containers in a safe location away from children and pets also minimizes accidental exposure. By integrating these protective measures into your gardening routine, you can create a safer and healthier gardening environment. These practices not only protect your health, but also promote sustainable and responsible gardening habits, ensuring a more enjoyable and productive gardening experience. If you found this information valuable, please like this video, subscribe to GardenBound for more gardening tips, and share your experiences or questions in the comments below. Together, we can create safer, healthier gardens. Thanks for watching, And until next time, happy and safe gardening.